Alright, draw some land, some water. Yeah, that's all I needed to draw. Just for me little. Might put a couple of boats in and that. There we are. Get some blue colour mixed up. Nice bit of blue sky. Some blue water. There we are. Pretty straightforward this one. With the sky, it's like just a that's it. Alright. That's my sky. Sorted. Right. Put some bushes in the background now. Did you know that the Earth was created by a fairy? Because I didn't, but apparently a fairy created it all, and her name were Big Bang. What? To be honest, I've never heard such a stupid name for a fairy. Why would you call a fairy Big Bang? Call fairy Faye. What about Faye? I think it's probably got to begin with F. Call a fairy Faye. I think there are any more names what begins with F. What about no one calls little girls this anymore? What about Fanny? That in America that means you bum bum. But in this country I think it means something rude, because my mum told me off for saying it, so I think it's something rude in this country. But in America it's your bum bum, what's still a bit rude. Or what about Mary? Mary the fairy. Surely that's a good name for a fairy. Big Bang. Stupid name for a fairy. Big Bang. No. You can't call a fairy Big Bang. No way. No way. Some of these greens in here now. These are trees. I think I might be a poet. These are trees. These are trees. These are trees. I'm a poet. In it. These are trees. Right. I think I'll get some sort of landish colour and mix that into that green there now. Water on my brush and a bit more paint on my brush. There. I think I want this to be just like a sort of a muddy type of colour, really. A bit darker in there, like that, for some. What do you think, Ryan? Let's see. Something like that. Oh, I'm going to bring this mud colour all the way across. Something like that. See? Put a bit of red in just to try and kill a bit of that greenish colour. Might put some pebbles and stuff in a minute. I'll wash my brush out and soften this into that. Do me. Now get some pebbles and stuff in there. See, I'm trying to take my stuff up that way like that so it looks like it. That's why it's going up a hill. Bigger. That's it, that's how I paint a few pebbly bits. Yeah, watch this. I've been watching this documentary and it explains all about what the fairy did. I think before that fairy come round, the earth was just floating in space, just floating in space, and then after the fairy exploded, the earth started, well, the fairy exploded and that created a thing called the universe, right? And then that's when the earth after that started floating. Instead of just floating in outer space, it then started floating in the actual universe instead of just floating in space. Because I think space is like nothing in it, whereas the universe is summit. Now, let me explain what exploded means. If something explodes, right, that means it like sort of goes like that. Like if you put a deodorant can on a bonfire, that explodes. But this was like that, but miles bigger, man. This was bigger than any can of pop. Put a bit of blue back in there, varying my colours, a bit of red. Put some rocks in again, some more rocks. This is all just a pebbly rocky beach, this. Put some grass in. That's how I do grass. Grass, bits of twigs, sticks. Could be out. Yeah. So exploded just like a, and then that the earth were made. That's how it happened. That's how the scientists, if you don't believe me, because like me, I'm not actually a scientist, but because I've watched a documentary done by a scientist, that's how I'm sort of got as clever as a scientist when it comes to theories. So Mary the fairy, she exploded and she caused, well, probably a mess to start with, probably made a right mess, but then when that mess got all cleared up and that, it cleared up into what's now called a universe. So it's sort of, yeah, she made a mess, but it ended up being a good mess. So we can't be moaning it. Mary, fairy. I'll stick some more greens in there. Can't be saying, look, made a mess, you stupid cow. Get it cleaned up. Because if it weren't for her, we wouldn't be here to moan about anything. Here we are. Some more, just variations in some more colours in there. Right, I'm going to go right dark now. Look at that, I like that. Maybe even bring this dark stuff. Maybe it's down here a bit. And some of this stuff. Sorry, I think that. Then I'm just going to come back to some lighter stuff, I think. Just these bits here a bit. Almost a bit. No, it's not that light, is it? Oh, let me just go a little bit lighter. That's better. Just come in, soften them in there. So I've got a bit carried away there. I want to be lined up a bit. No, back in this, didn't she see? Right, so then a bit more of the really dark. We'll get there and a bit more of that back in. You know what? Why not stick a bit of blue in for some variation? Yeah, a bit of blue. Just for a bit of variation, look at that. And then a bit of red to bring it forwards. Better, innit? Tad of water. There we are, and then I think I might even stick a couple of bits. That'll do. Right, now I'll reflect that down here. Reflecting into the water. So, I think I might got some really dark sort of colour just in here, a little tiny bit, just to bring a bit reflection in there as well. And do a little bit of softening now. Hopefully the hand's not in me. Well, just looks a bit softer. That'll do. Now, I think what I'm going to do now, just get it a little dry now, I think. We're nearly done in it. Can't get the hair dry. Wait, give me. There we are. aeroplane. So he stood up on this aeroplane, kicked the window, smashed the window through, and he got sucked off. Oh God, terrible. Right. I think what I'm going to do now is whack in some water lines. I think my fat hand might be away. Yeah, I'll come from the top so my hands are the right way. And then I think what I'm going to do is just do a bit with my finger like that. You don't have to walk way across. That looks better, doesn't it? It looks more distant, so there's a hint of a waterline in there. Something like that, and then there might be a few right back there like that. And then there's going to definitely be some stuff going on in there. I think what I'll do, come to it with our brush. Just, I think my hand isn't way again, but I've got to. Not really. Something like that, I might just pop a bit. That's it. Something like that, so there's a few bits of waterline in there, and then probably let's have a big one. I know my hands ain't way again. Let's have a big one there. Just like that. And one there. See that? That'll do. Right. Now what I'm thinking, I'm going to whack in a boat. I think my hand might be in way again. I think I'll pop a bit of water line in there coming off my boat. That's quite over it. See this is designer's white gouache, and it sort of fades in with this cartridge paper. It sort of sucks into it a bit, so put a bit more back in. There we are. So that's a little boat there. Right. So I'll put a signature in. I'm hoping today I feel like I've done a bit of education, because I don't think many people knew what an explosion was. Now you know what an explosion is. I don't think many people knew that the Big Bang was done by theory exploding. Put my signature on that. Boy. Bertie. Boy. Now put a couple of buds in. I'll put them in up here. 2 buds, that's Peter and Paul. Just put a little bit of black in there for the body of the boat. Yeah, let's have a look at that. So I'll just show it you. Wow. A sailing boat. Rocks, bit shore. Job's a good one. Yeah, biscuit. Big Bang Theory in it. You've learnt some science stuff. Wagwa. See you on lake.